You know, in a game that's been around for centuries, you'd think there are no more rules to break. Well, one guy came along and didn't just master the game, he completely rewrote it. Today, we're diving into the mind and legacy of the man who is, without a doubt, chess's undisputed king, Magnus Carlsen.
So what does it actually take to become the king of chess? I mean, this is a title held by absolute legends. We're talking Bobby Fischer, Garry Kasparov. So what makes the case for Magnus Carlsen so incredibly strong? Well, to figure that out, you can't just look at that he won. You got to look at how he won. It's a whole different story.
All right, Section 1, a prodigy's rapid rise. You know, every legend has an origin story, right? But with Magnus, it wasn't some slow, steady climb to the top. No, this was a straight-up meteoric ascent. He just exploded onto the scene and completely shattered what everyone thought a prodigy could even do.
Okay, just take a look at this timeline. Seriously. Becoming a grandmaster at 13, I mean, that's already mind-blowing. But then, to become the world #1 player by 19 and win your first world championship at 22? This isn't just progress. This is a total blitz on the old guard of the chess world. It's like every single one of these milestones wasn't just another win, it was a warning shot to everyone else.
So that brings us to the big question. How did he do it? What is going on inside his head that's so radically different from every other chess master? Because it's not just about crunching numbers and calculating moves. Carlsen brought something new to the board, an almost philosophical approach that his rivals just had no answer for.
And this comparison right here really shows you the clash of two different worlds. On one side, you have the legend, Garry Kasparov, a tactical hurricane, basically a human supercomputer calculating these insane variations to just crush you. And then you have Magnus. He's more like an artist. He feels the game, you know? He feels the best move. He doesn't need to hit you with some crazy attack. Instead, he just slowly, methodically squeezes the life out of your position until you're left sitting there wondering, wait, where did I even go wrong?
And this is what the experts call his universal style. The best analogy? Think of a multi-sport athlete who's not just good at everything, but elite at everything. So how on earth do you prepare for someone like that? An opponent who's perfectly happy in a quiet strategic endgame, but also totally at home in a wild tactical fight? The answer is, you can't. It makes him an absolute nightmare to face.
Okay, so in chess, everything kind of boils down to one number, your ELO rating. It's your strength score. For decades, Garry Kasparov's peak rating of 2851, that was seen as the sound barrier. Like that was the absolute limit of human potential in chess. Well, Magnus Carlsen didn't just break it. He totally shattered it, hitting an incredible 2082. Just look at that number. Statistically, it's not even a debate. He is the strongest player to ever live.
But here's the thing, Carlsen's influence goes way beyond the 64 squares of the chessboard. See, to really be the king, you have to rule a kingdom, right? And Magnus went out and built an entire empire that made him so much more than just a chess player.
I mean, he's a total departure from that stereotype of the reclusive chess genius. He's an entrepreneur, he founded the Play Magnus Group, a huge chess company. He's a global icon who's done modeling. And get this, he's also a world-class fantasy football manager. It's wild. He didn't just sit back and wait for the world to notice chess. He took chess out into the world and made it cool. So, let's bring it all together. What does all this actually mean? Well, when you take the prodigy, the dominant player, and this magnetic personality, and you put them all together, the case for Magnus Carlsen as the undisputed king of chess, it's just undeniable. It really comes down to these three things. 1. The prodigy. He achieved things at an early age that no one had ever done. 2. The dominator. He had this completely unique style and backed it up with the highest rating in history. And 3, the ambassador. He totally transformed the business and public image of chess. It's that combination. That's what makes him a once-in-a-generation figure. And underneath all of it, the intuitive artist, the global brand, this quote right here reveals the engine that's driving the whole machine. Some people think that if their opponent plays a beautiful game, it's okay to lose. I don't. You have to be merciless. That's just an ice-cold, relentless competitive fire. For him, it's not about playing a pretty game. It's about winning. Full stop. So we've laid out all the evidence for you. The records he broke, that unbelievable rating, his revolutionary style, and the massive cultural impact he's had. And it all leads to this one final, really fascinating question, one that chess fans are going to be debating for decades to come. Is he not just the king of today, but the greatest player of all time? We've given you the pieces, now the argument is yours.